Hello, welcome to Tank's Vlog. Wrapping up today in sports, April 25th, 2017. 1:30 in the morning, not a soul in sight. Chesapeake Arena is empty as a ghost town. The Rockets are moving on as the Thunder go home very sad. Oh, the Thunder fold. And the Thunder fold. Russell Westbrook was impressive again. 47 points, 11 rebounds, and 9 assists. But the bottom line is, that team did not have any weapons. And the Rockets just ran circles around them, and they're going on to the second round. Westbrook will get his MVP. He had one of the great seasons all time, but I bet you he would trade each and every single accolade to win that series. And I bet you he wishes more than anything that Kevin Durant was back in that locker room, because I tell you, this team could have won the NBA championship. Kevin Durant did not need to go to Golden State. He did not need to become a super team member. Now he's just sitting on the bench. He's just watching. It doesn't matter if he plays or not. It's a super team in Golden State. It's ridiculous. It really shows you how cowardly that move for him to move in the offseason was. Meanwhile, also in the NBA, the San Antonio Spurs, no surprise, they took control of the series against the Memphis Grizzlies coming home. That's been a home series so far. The home teams won all 5 games. The Grizzlies have given the Spurs fits in Memphis, and be interesting to see if they could take another one and push it to the limit. And, anything could happen in Game 7, especially with the Grizzlies' defense. It could really wears down those veteran Spurs, and that could be an upset. I felt that was going to be a tough series for the Spurs, and it's been a tough series. Meanwhile, for the Los Angeles Clippers, they got that sinking feeling. Utah Jazz went into Los Angeles tonight. They took Game 5, very close game, exciting game, back and forth. In the end, it's just the loss of Blake Griffin. At this point, Blake Griffin's legs are more fragile than the old man's lamp in A Christmas Story. He should change his name to Fragility, because he is that brittle. I have never seen a player more breakable than Blake Griffin. It's just incredible, and he's had great numbers when he's been healthy, but he's never been healthy enough. Chris Paul's had his injury problems. It's almost like Ray Ramirez is the trainer of the Clippers too. Does he do double duty? Is that why all the Mets are always hurt? Well, see you next year, LA. Because I think the Jazz are going to take this series. It's going to be over in Game 6, and then the Jazz will just get flattened by the Warriors. Tomorrow, the NHL gets back underway. We got the Stanley Cup playoffs. I got a Stanley Cup playoff preview. Click on the link. Make sure you watch the preview and read it. Tell me what you think. I think we might actually have the Stanley Cup Finals in the second round. The 2 best teams in the NHL this year were the Washington Capitals and Pittsburgh Penguins, and I think that the winner of that series wins the Stanley Cup. Last year, I felt that the winner of that series could win the Stanley Cup, and they did. And it's time for the Capitals to put on their big boy pants and win. In the past, just the song Under Pressure from Queen has caused Alex Ovechkin to break out in cold sweats, and God forbid you play Billy Joel's Pressure. You wouldn't want to be around him when that happens. Let's just say it's a brown noise for Alex Ovechkin. So this is it. This is it for the Capitals. They need to do it. They got Kevin Shattenkirk this year. I think he's going to be the difference. It's going to go 7 games, and I see the Capitals winning and going on to win the Cup. In the other series, I think the Rangers will just have enough weapons. They have more speed. I think they're too fast for the Senators. I think in the West, I think the Predators, I think they're hitting their stride. I picked them to win the Stanley Cup at the beginning of the year, and they had a kind of disappointing season for me. But I think that they're hitting their stride, and I think they could be dangerous. And I love the Ducks. I love how the Ducks are playing. I think the Ducks are really on a roll. I think the Oilers, they're going to be a good, strong, fast team for the future. But I truly like the Ducks in this series. So if you want more details on my predictions, click on the link below and watch. No Mets today. They were washed out. It was a miserable day here in the New York metropolitan area. Rained all day, raining and dreary, almost as dreary as the Mets season so far. Maybe it's a day for them to get healthy. They could have had Yoenis Cespedes in the lineup today, so maybe that's a good sign. And Wilmer Flores, hopefully his knee gets better. How do you get an infection? I just don't understand this training staff. I don't understand how the Mets have this training staff, how they've kept their jobs so damn long. And the Nationals, they're just staying red hot. I mean, they look like a team that could run away and hide right now if the Mets don't wake up. Because, let's face it, the Marlins are not a real team. The Phillies are too young. The Braves are too young. They got too many veterans. They're not a right mix. The Braves just want to be competitive their first year in SunTrust Park. They're not a real team. It's not. Don't talk to me about the Braves and Phillies. The Marlins, without Jose Fernandez, they have no shot. It's only the Mets. The Mets are the only team that could even come close to challenging the Nationals. I think both are playoff teams potentially if they play up to their full potential. But right now, the Nationals, they could run and hide. And Trey Turner today, he just had a big day. I mean, he's our number one star, outshining Russell Westbrook, if you ask me. You hit for the cycle, and you get 7 RBIs and 4 runs. I mean, it's even at Coors Field. I mean, that's a big deal. And Coors Field is the land of the cycle. I mean, those big outfield walls, and it's arena baseball. The Humidor is another high-scoring game, typical Coors Field game. And your best. And back to the sublime and the ridiculous. That was Trey Turner. Did you see that play by Kevin Coughlin of the Toronto Blue Jays? He leaped over Yadier Molina, Willie Mays Hayes style, and got a run. You got to see this play. I put a video capture on Barstool below. Click below. It's a great play. It's one of the great plays you can ever imagine. And I like to give. And the ridiculous is Andre Robertson, 3 for 21 shooting for the Oklahoma City Thunder in the playoffs. How do you do that? How do you shoot 3 for 21 for the 5 free throw? I can do better than that, and I suck at basketball. You're a professional. Oh my God, 3 for 21. What is wrong with you? Oh. And before I go, I like to take a shout out to one of my fans, Charles Ord, who's in the fight for his life. We know he's going to win it. Ord Strong. Hang in there, brother, and I'll see you tomorrow.